In this video, we're going to make the transition from launching your Facebook ads to scaling them. We'll take a look at the things that you should expect. I'll go through and continue my case study on the campaign and show you guys what happened when I scaled the ad. Alright guys, so we're back in the Facebook ad sequence. Now at this point in the process, we have already launched our ad to test the viability. You've seen a high ROI and we've seen great engagement and a little bit of viral reach. And so our next step is to begin scaling our ads out. And now we scale our ads to increase the number of sales, not necessarily ROI. So in our scaling ads, we're looking for a little bit of a lower ROI because of what we're targeting, and we're looking for great viral engagement. Now, as opposed to the launch ads, we want our very just extremely passionate users. With our scaling ads, we're looking at a lot of reach and a lot of exposure to our offers that we already know are converting. And so we kind of want to target our community and authority targets. We're going to split test out by interest and ages again, and we're splitting mobile and desktop as well. We have a low budget to start. However, in this case, with our scaling ads, we're going to go ahead and increase the budget a little bit quicker than we would with the launch ads. Let's go ahead and take a look at the same campaign when I begin to scale. And you'll see kind of how the numbers add up and how Facebook reacts to my larger interest. So before we get into the scale ad reach, I wanted to give you guys a brief overview of the ad and how it performed over the course of all of those campaigns. And so this is the ad itself without any of my brand's actual branding. It reached about 2.2 million people and got, it's like almost 770,000 organic reach, which isn't bad at all. 40,000 likes and 23,000 shares. So overall, not bad of a campaign. Let's go ahead and click into the ad itself, and let's take a look at what happened in the scaling process. Now, like I said, Facebook conversion tracking is a little bit off, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the top performing campaigns with my broad interest phishing. So we have the broad interest phishing here. You see I'm targeting males 21 to 25. And actually, before I get into that, let me click back onto this page and make a very important point that I want you guys to always remember. So in the previous videos, I talked about split testing out by age, not interest. And now that's very essential when moving into your scaling phase, because this is something that I failed to do with this particular campaign. And even though I made a very high ROI, I spent $3,200 bringing $17,000 in sales, it could have been a lot higher. I wasted a whole lot of money split testing out the ages in addition to the interest here. And so you see my split test, we have about 50 ad sets, and that's not even counting the ones I ended up deleting. We have 50 ad sets now that I had to split test out because I did not determine which ages were converting better for me from the get-go. And so that's just a word of warning, something that wasted me money and something I don't want to happen to you guys, is split test your ages up front in your launch campaign, in your test campaign. Alright, so let's go back here and let's click into some of the top performing ad sets. This is the broad interest phishing, ages 21 to 25, and really just broad interest phishing. Now, my estimated daily reach you see here, and you see the potential audience size is about 2.5 million people. Let's take a look at what happened. Okay, and so you see my click-through rate's about 3%, frequency 1.25. My reach, however, is 150,000 people, and my OCPM is about $1.20. And now what's happening here? Well, I know that this offer is converting, right? Because of the test that I did in my launch ads. I know that I have a solid offer and that fans are really reacting to it because my ROI was just so positive in the test ad. Now that I'm targeting these large interests, I'm okay with spending a little bit more money to reach a variety of fans to allow Facebook to optimize within this large audience to find me buyers. Now, as Facebook's doing that, I'm reaching a whole lot of people, and we're not spending a whole lot of money. Because of this audience size, again, it allows me to not be forced to compete with a lot of other advertisers on Facebook. Facebook can now optimize within this 2.5 million people and still find me a wide variety of buyers. Let's take a look at another interest. Let's go ahead and take a look at the later age ranges. This is about a 10-year gap between my 21 and 25 inches for fishing. Now we see the audience size is about 1.7 million, and my OCPM is a little bit higher. And again, OCPM is not really a measure of how competitive your interests are, but how competitive the people in this particular ad set are. And so again, you see I have really good frequency, really good reach for not that much spending money. And because of that, I don't need that high click-through rate in order to see good results. And so this is how this campaign kind of played out over a variety of interests. Let's go ahead and take a look down at the reports, and then we'll get into the third kind of campaign you want to run for your just really high ROI on the Shopify stores. Alright, so in the campaign, we reached about 900,000 people with this ad. I believe I spent, about $2,800. Now we had 43,000 clicks, we had about 30,000 unique clicks. Again, my click-through rate doesn't need to be high because I'm getting just a whole lot of reach for not a lot of money. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the cost per click. So looks like I'm paying about 6 cents a click, 8 cents per unique click, which again is not bad at all, especially when you're getting sales, and especially when you're selling $17,000 worth of items by only spending about $3,200. And so this is Facebook ads and set theory kind of in motion. How this plays out is very, very relevant to how I'm explaining Facebook ads to you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final method and the final campaign type you'll be running for your either physical, digital, or shirt type products. And then we'll get into another campaign and I'll break that down fully as well.